This video is brought to you by Squarespace, an all-in-one platform for building your brand, growing your business, and creating beautiful websites. It is time for my April 2022 bullet journal setup, and this is gonna be a fun one. I'm actually matching the theme, kind of. Actually, I don't even know if you'll be able to see me. Normal people would just lower the camera, but I decide to jump as high as I can. Hold on, I want to show you guys something in my bullet journal, but let me just go grab it. Let me just, you know, grab my bullet journal from my bag, and also my pens and markers from my pencil case. Oh, are you looking at my really cute and functional and high quality tote bag and pencil case? You know, it's just the first ever Keep Doodling tote bag and pencil case collection, available for pre-order now. Woo! Oh my god, that was the smoothest plug I could come up with. I'm really sorry, guys. But yes, we finally have tote bags and pencil cases on shop AmandaRachLee, and I'm so excited because I've been testing them out for months and months, and we're finally able to release them for pre-order. The pre-order is gonna last 2 weeks, so you have your chance to pre-order them for those 2 weeks, and then we'll go into production and they'll ship out, and I'm so excited. I feel like some tote bags are not made strong enough, so whenever I put like stuff in it, I feel like it's gonna rip, especially, you know, I have my planner. I really like traveling with my laptop or my tablet and other things. So I really wanted to make a tote bag that's strong enough. This tote bag is made of corduroy. It also has like a slightly padded interior with also like a water resistant lining so that it's very durable. And of course we have the cute Keep Doodling embroidery and doodles all over the front. We also have a detachable crossbody strap if crossbody's more of your thing. And yeah, I love this bag so much. I traveled with it when I was in LA all the time, and I would just carry like my laptop, my tablet, my bullet journal, all my stationery, and it held up. So I love it. And then this pencil case is one of my favorite things because it's been so hard not showing you guys like my pencil case when I'm planning, but it's so cute. I've been struggling for the longest time to find a pencil case that's big enough to fit my tallest markers. So this one is big enough to fit pretty much any stationery you need, but also small enough that you can, you know, still fit it to go when you're traveling. And it also has this really cool pop-up design, so wherever you are, if you're at a cafe working or at school or at your desk, you can kind of use it as like a pencil stand organizer. And of course it fits so much. Like I literally keep washi tapes in there and all my pens and markers and stuff, and it's so cute. Of course, also has the matching embroidery and doodles all over it, and our classic little star charm. The tote bag also comes in sage green if that's more of your style. I'm so excited. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for stuff like this from shop AmandaRachLee, so get your pre-orders in now if you want to get your hands on this. We can match, guys. I think it'll be really cute if we're all like planning together with our little Keep Doodling pencil case on the desk. Anyway, more details about that are on our website. Without further ado, let's get into my April 2022 plan with me. Grab your bullet journals, grab your pencil cases, your tote bags, your snacks, cup of tea, all the things, and let's go. I actually filmed this entire video outside in LA, which was filmed differently from the intro, but it was really nice to plan it outside in like sunlight, you know, get some of that spring air, and it was kind of like relaxing and therapeutic. So I might try to film outside more, but you'll see I have my little shop AmandaRachLee Keep Doodling pencil case that I just placed outside on the patio. Normally it's hard for me to find inspiration and think of a bunch of themes for my bullet journal, but this is one of the few months where I was actually overwhelmed by choice. I had a ton of different themes that I was really excited about, and it was hard for me to decide. I did polls on my YouTube community tab page. I made an Instagram live asking you guys what you thought of my different theme ideas, and honestly that did make it a little bit harder. I should have just stuck to my guns and decided by myself, but I did enjoy chatting through with some of you guys about my different theme ideas, and the one that I landed on is a theme that combines 3 of my previous April bullet journal themes, kind of like a nice callback, a nice reference. I did mention at the beginning of this year that a lot of these themes I think would be like a callback to my past 5 to 6 years of bullet journaling, and this is exactly that. So the themes that I am referencing are April 2017, which are like stars, constellation, kind of like galaxy-esque. That was one of my oldest themes and one of my favorite themes, and also I think one of my more popular themes. April 2018, which is clouds, and then April 2019, which is hot air balloon. So all three of these themes are some of my personal favorites as well as some of your guys' favorites. I've seen so many recreations over the years of those themes. Honestly, to this day, I still see recreations. So I thought of this idea that would combine all three, and as you can see, I am drawing a hot air balloon, but within the silhouette of the balloon, we have some clouds, a night sky, and eventually you'll see me use a white pen and white marker to create stars in sort of like a starry night sort of formation. And I really like the way this theme and cover page turned out because it was pretty minimal in terms of the drawing. This drawing was actually really quick for me to create, and it did remind me a lot of the older line work style doodles that I used to do in my old Plan With Me's. So it was kind of nostalgic for me to think of these themes and implement them. I even used like a similar cloud drawing style as I did previously. I have like a cloud drawing tutorial up from 2018, I think. And I also added some other little updates to the style. One of the things is using stippling, which is a shading technique where I used a very small fine liner and added some dots in the clouds to add a little bit of subtle shading, and I think it looked really, really cute. Before I show you guys the rest of the spreads, I wanted to talk quickly about today's sponsor, Squarespace. Of course, you guys know how much I love Squarespace. I use Squarespace for my own website, and I think it's just really the best all-in-one platform for building a website, your online presence, or starting a business. It makes it so, so easy. If you're thinking of selling products or services, Squarespace has all the tools to help you start selling online through their commerce platform. And they also have Squarespace scheduling. So if you're someone who needs to book appointments or classes with clients are easily able to view your availability and schedule it right on the website, so that makes it very easy for you. You can connect your social media accounts so that you can display content and posts and pictures from those accounts to your website while also pushing website content to those social media accounts. So it's just really efficient and helpful, and I highly recommend Squarespace if you're looking to create a website. And it's just an all-around seamless process from the domains to the website design. They have templates available for you as well. So if you guys are interested in trying out Squarespace for yourself, make sure you click the link down below or go to squarespace.com/AmandaRachLee for a free trial and for 10% off your first purchase of a domain or a website. So back to the cover page. To finish it off, I wanted to keep it relatively simple. I could have added a lot of other doodles around the hot air balloon, but I think it was really effective with the silhouette of the hot air balloon having the night sky within it instead of adding, stars all around it. So to draw the title, I drew this wavy banner underneath it. Pretty simple. I've drawn this type of banner a lot before, but I think it kind of goes with that kind of old nostalgic, almost fairy tale like style to this illustration. The only thing that I did add around the negative space was some clouds on the four corners, just because it was looking a little bit empty, so I wanted to create sort of like a border, and in those clouds I also added a little bit of those stipply dots to add some shading. But other than that, it was a pretty minimal color palette. As you can see, I mostly just used black and white. I did throw in that gold yellow color for a pop of color, but honestly I think this would look really cute if you just wanted it to be simple black and white. I think that would be really effective as well. So moving on to the other side of the page, I wanted to create a nice quote page. I thought the clouds would look really nice extended across both spreads of the page as the border, so that's what I did. And then again, keeping things pretty simple, I just used my black marker to create this rounded rectangle shape in the center of the page, which is where I put my quote that says, "Let's float to the stars." This black marker came in really handy. It's like the perfect size for coloring in large blocks of spaces, so I'll link it down below. It's the Sakura Professional Brush, and you'll see me use it a ton just to color in larger blocks of space. I'm really glad that I brought it to LA. That's actually where I was filming this, because I don't know if I would have been able to color it in with fine liner. I added a couple stars around it, but honestly I wanted to keep everything pretty simple with this theme, and I really like the way that looks. I think especially with the whole like night sky motif, I have large blocks of black for the night sky, and how I contrasted that is adding a couple of lighter areas, which is the clouds. And I think, you know, paring back on the amount of doodles is something that I've really been wanting to do. It does remind me of my older bullet journaling style, so it was fun to kind of go back to that. Moving on to my monthly calendar spread as usual. This month I decided to do a full 2-month spread of my calendar. For the past couple of months I've been doing like half-page spreads, but I think recently with the amount of traveling that I've been doing and a lot of work stuff, I've just been really needing to visualize my calendar on a larger scale, so that's why I opted for this full-size calendar. I think the boxes are 5x5 grid spaces. And nothing too crazy here for the headers of the calendar. I just stuck with, again, my black marker to create that black, bold, sort of rounded rectangle shape that I am kind of repeating from the cover page. And then for the numbers of the days, I used my yellow marker. This is the Tombow dual brush pen. I don't know the number code, but I'll leave it down below. And I just created these little star sparkle shapes that you guys see me use all the time for the numbers of the days. After I wrote out all the days using my white gel pen, that's just when I filled in the rest with any extra doodles. I have the April using my brush pen. You'll see underneath this calendar I actually add in a monthly goals or notes section, and I think because this kind of marks the end of the first quarter of 2022, it's a good time to reflect on our goals, check in to see how we've been doing, kind of reset and set new goals. And I know in the past we've done goal setting segments in these videos. I stopped for a little bit, honestly, just because I forgot. So I wanted to set some here right now as we chat in this voiceover. So make sure you leave your updated monthly goals for this month or maybe for the next quarter of the year in the comments so that we can all keep ourselves accountable. My personal goal for the next quarter of the year and coming up is to start on the 2023 doodle planner. I've been trying to start earlier so that it's less stressful for me when actual launch time comes, and I think that would be really important. And for personal goals, I've been really enjoying drawing for fun. I actually don't even show a lot of the drawings that I do on YouTube here. I post them on like Twitter sometimes, Instagram stories, but I've just been drawing on my tablet. I drew like a little doodle of turning red, these little doodles whenever I ask you guys on my Instagram story, and I think it's really fun. So it's really gotten me to enjoy art again, and that's something that I haven't felt recently just because art is so intertwined with my job, and I have really been just reconnecting with, I guess, my younger self who enjoyed art in a different way. Okay, so moving on to my trackers. For the headers of my trackers, I created these rounded rectangles again, but this time within those rounded rectangles, I drew those clouds as negative space, kind of mimicking how I did it for the hot air balloon on the cover page. I colored in the rest of it black, and it's kind of hard to get in the nooks and crannies, so I typically will just color in the main blocks of space, and then I'll go in with a smaller marker to get around the clouds. And then just in the center, that's where I put the title as well as any other star sparkle doodles. So one says habit and one says mood. For my habit tracker, I went for my usual mini calendars, which I always do. At this point, I have done this, I don't even know how many years I've done this, but it just works for me. So if it's not broke, don't fix it, Referencing the shape of the April 2022 calendar, I kind of drew the outline. I don't really draw the inner lines anymore just because I think it's a little bit too time consuming, and you can definitely see when you're actually marking off your habits, you can use the dots as that grid. For the titles of the habits, I again went for the rounded rectangle motif, and then I used my yellow marker. Added some drop shadows because I thought it would make it stand out, especially with the bold black shapes that are used in this theme. And I think, we gotta bring back the drop shadows. I know it's been a while, but they're here, and we love to see them whenever they do make an appearance. So I added the habits that I'm tracking this month, which are vitamins, working out, taking a walk, doing my back stretches, drinking enough water. What else do we have? Filming, doing my vocal practices, streaming, and drawing for fun. And I did want to chat about the habits because sometimes maybe some people misconstrue that, you know, the habit tracker means that I'm trying to do all of these every single day, and that's not the case. Some of these habit trackers are just meant for me to see how often I'm doing them, not necessarily that I want to force myself to do them every day, if that makes sense. On to my mood tracker, which I'll try my best to explain. It'll be hard to visualize now because obviously the days are not past yet, but as you can see, I'm marking out 30 dots with my yellow marker, and underneath I have this ribbon, and inside the ribbon down here is where you'll see that the different sizes of stars that I will draw will represent a different mood. So if it stays a smaller dot, that's a not so good mood, and then as we get larger in the star size, that's when it'll be a happier mood. So I'm excited to see how this like constellation sky turns out by the end of the month, because there'll just be stars of all different sizes. Alright, finally moving on to the first weekly spread of April, and for this week I decided to do a lower half Dutch door spread where I put the events bar at the bottom. That's why I'm able to see it no matter what top half of the Dutch door I'm on. And at this events bar, this is where I'll put my appointments, meetings, any social events, and I think the width of these was 6 grid spaces wide, I believe, but I kept it pretty spacious at the bottom because I have been socializing and doing a lot more things. I hope you guys are proud of me. I'm proud of myself as someone who is introverted. And then up top is where I put the daily to-do list task. I do really like this layout, especially for weeks that are a bit more on the hectic side, because as you can see, it gives me a lot of planning space. Essentially for each day I have like half of a page, quite a lot of vertical and horizontal space, while still being able to see a weekly overview at the bottom with my events. And for those daily to-do list days, you can see the boxes. I'm not lining them up, I kind of have them some higher, some lower. I have some with clouds, some with stars, some with like faux washi tape, and I thought this added to the floaty vibes of the night sky clouds, which I did also add at the bottom. So I think this spread turned out really cute. It was also pretty quick and easy to do, so I just colored in those fake washi tapes. I honestly could have just used the black star tape from the dark monochrome washi tape set from shop AmandaRachLee, but I didn't bring that with me when I was in LA. Unfortunately, I didn't have the foresight to think that I was doing this theme and to bring that washi tape, but that would have honestly been the perfect washi tape for this spread. But you know what? We make do. In this case, it's me drawing my own washi tape, so you gotta get crafty sometimes. And then I finished off that one empty blank area by just redrawing that hot air balloon design that was on the cover page. I think this design is really cute. I was thinking of maybe creating like stickers based off of this. I think like a laptop sticker of this design would be really pretty, so stay tuned, we'll see. I also added a quote underneath it that says, "Let's float away." But as you can see, whatever I had in the Keep Doodling pencil case is pretty much all I brought with me to this trip in LA, because it was honestly big enough to fit everything that I needed for this trip and for planning. So it was really convenient, and I really like planning with it, especially when I'm like, you know, filming outside or not at my usual desk setup, because I can just set it up as like a pencil cup in front of me and switch out any pens and grab things as I need it. But let me know if you guys want to see like an updated what's in my pencil case video, because I feel like I've managed to reduce it more as I've been on the go more, because I just need to concise my collection into the absolute must-haves. Alright guys, so that's it for my April 2022 bullet journal setup. Here's the final flip through. I think this theme was very nostalgic for me because it did combine and reference some of my oldest April themes, and I know some of you guys have been there from the beginning, so I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Alright guys, so that's it for my April 2022 bullet journal setup. I hope you guys enjoyed that little walk down memory lane of my previous April bullet journal themes. Again, just wanted to remind you that if you're interested in getting a Keep Doodling tote bag and pencil case, the pre-order is available for 2 weeks-ish, and after that we're closing pre-orders. They might be available for regular purchase once the pre-orders go out, but that just all depends. So I would do the pre-order if you for sure know that you want one. Back to recreations, here are some bullet journal recreations from my setup last month, the March Froggo Fredbert theme. I loved seeing you guys recreate them, and it was so cute seeing Fredbert pop up on your spreads. So if you do recreate this month's spread or previous month's spreads, you can tag me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. You can post it in our Discord, basically anywhere. My username is just AmandaRachLee. The streams might be on a little bit of a different schedule. Usually they are Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern time, but a couple days I might not be able to, so I will keep you guys updated on social media platforms. But the best way to know when I'm streaming is just to turn on notifications on Twitch. Alright guys, so I think that's pretty much it. Keep doodling, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye everyone!